Okay, good evening, everybody. So I am super excited for this Zoom. I know it's kind of last minute and different things, but I just have to shout out Tracy because she has been killing it with enrollments. Okay, and so I'm really going to just kind of turn a lot over to her as she's sharing different tips and things. But Tracy, I would love for you to share your story as well, just because I know that there's probably some people that haven't heard it, and I would also I think the cool thing is, for some of us that are, I feel like almost veterans in this business, we've been in for a minute just to see how you take things and you change and figure out things that are working. So I will just let you introduce yourself and then we'll kind of jump into some of the content.
I just bought more internet connect data, so hopefully I don't get cut off. Like did it 2 minutes before the Zoom. I also logged in with my phone so I could share a couple of things, but I want to make this quick because we don't want to miss the one at 9:30. So anyway, most of you guys know me, but whoever doesn't, I'm Tracey Jo Rose. I'm a triple diamond in the business. I've been in this business 4.5 years, going on my 5th year. No plans of ever going anywhere else. This business has blessed my family over and over and over again. And I owe them so much of, and something that Shay said last week. She said, I would give back every paycheck because of what it's done and grown me to be. So my daughter's on here and she can verify I'm not the same person I was 4.5 years ago. I was a travel nurse, traveling all over the United States. Like I traveled state to state, mainly Texas. So I was always on the road, missing everything, working 16-hour shifts. And I seen the copy. Some girl shared it on in a keto group I had. And I searched this girl down for 3 days trying to find her to get this coffee. And I ordered it and I was a bitch to her, I'll be honest, when she said, hey, you should just get the distributor kit. There's extra coffee. I said, yeah, give me the distributor kit. Don't ever ask me to sell it. I don't have time. I don't like people, blah, blah, blah. Fell in love with this. I mean, I was surprised she still talked to me after that. But she did. And she kept, hey, why don't you put this post up or whatever? I'm like my Facebook, I didn't even really have a good Facebook. And the coffee was amazing. And the doctors at work and other friends were asking me, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I am a distributor and this coffee is amazing. And I just thought, you know what? Why am I not sharing it with everybody else? Like, God, how rude is that? So I did. I just started talking about it, talking about what I was doing on my Facebook, and it went from there. So the very first thing that I want you guys to take away from that is when she would have never thought to ask me. I was a travel nurse. We made good money. We had a farm. We looked like we did not need anything. So you would have never asked me, but she did anyway. And then I didn't even sign up to sell it. I signed up because I just wanted the extra stuff, no intentions. And then she ends up with a triple diamond in her lap. 8 months later, I went triple diamond. So the other thing I want you guys to know, and that's so important, is I get so many people that I know you're in the background going, well, you do this full time. That's why you're getting enrollments. I wasn't doing this full time. I was working as a nurse, traveling full time when I started this business and when I became triple diamond. I didn't become triple diamond when I started doing this business full time. That's when I started doing it full time. With my husband seeing a 5-figure check, and we're talking, it started with number 2. He thought I was doing something illegal, and he said, what is this? And I was like, I need to get back to nursing. I need to go back and get another client. He said, no, you don't. You're going to stay home and do this. You're happy. You're doing whatever. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But I'm telling you guys, over the 5 years, it has been up and down. It has literally been up and down. Some things drive me and some things don't. And you go through those seasons. And when our next quarter came out, I had my 2 of my 4-1 cycles completed and part of my 3rd one. I was down to just needing another 150 for the fast start bonus of 1,500. There's not a quarter that has gone by that I haven't earned that. Like, I will earn them. I will earn a couple of them. But in October, it went really good. I was like, man, this is great. And then November it was kind of not as great. And I was like stressing. I was like, man, I only need this to get this. And then they announced the Christmas bonuses. And I was like, and I started counting myself out and I could see, and it was all mental, it was all mind shift. So, but here's the deal. Here's what kept me from falling back into that trap and then just kicking it out. In the last 2 days, I've earned, yesterday I earned 250. Today I earned 250. I did get my last LC, Aaron. I set a goal, 4 LCs, 1 DT every day, 250, 250, 250. I'm doing that all through December. Whether I'll hit it or not, I don't know. But so far I'm 2 for 2. So a couple of months ago, Janie, like sometimes, we all have teams that people don't want to participate in all that. And you feel like you're just pouring into them and you're not getting any response back or nobody wanting to do anything. And it sucks the life out of you sometimes. And sometimes you have to just grab the people that are showing up and wanting to run. And that's what I did. There was 3 of us. There was 3 of us and a couple others that work on my team, but they couldn't get on the power hours. But 3 of us, my sister Melanie and my daughter Janie, yes, family, we got on power hours. I said, I'm going to schedule it. I'm going to announce it to my team every morning. We were doing them at 10. If they show up, they show up. If they don't, they don't. But we're going to hold ourselves accountable for ourselves. And we started this back in September, end of August, September. And we have committed to them every day, Monday through Friday, even if it's just the 3 of us on there. Well, then a couple others, Heather Derp, Amanda Carey, they're not even on my team, but they asked if they started getting on them. And I don't care if you're not on my team or not, and you hop on these. If you're running and you've got fire, it will light your fire if you're around other people like that. I want those people around me. I don't care if you're on my team or not. Come hang out, because it literally lit the fire. So when I was starting to feel burnt out, I had this, I felt like this black little coal. And if you see it, think of a black little coal. There's still, you guys that are on this Zoom right now, you're a black piece of coal, but you're still got an ember in there because you showed up. You showed up on here. There's still an ember. So let us kick you a little closer to the fire, because it will spark it. If you get closer to the fire, it's going to spark it. Get around the people that inspire you or that have the same go as you, and it's going to inspire you. So the 4 of us have been doing, it's Amanda, Melanie, Janie, and I every morning. Heather went back to teaching, so she's had to miss out lately, but she's still showing up with us. But we have been doing this, and we do a set of tasks. And Aaron, I did connect with my phone and I can share it, or Janie's on here and she can share it. My power hour board link that I sent you, Aaron. Share it in here if you want. What we did is we had heard about Heather Janeau's like inbox cleanup and stuff and her power hours, and I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, I don't even know who she is, but I kept hearing her name pop up. And then Melanie's like, yeah, I was on one of hers and her thing is awesome. So we created this board that I put it together with our messaging and kind of like how we like to message and how we like to do our power hours, and incorporated what she was doing as well. And we literally do these 6 tasks every day. On the power hour, we don't do number 1 because we do that on our prayer Zoom every morning. But number 2 through 6, we do. And we do as much as we can of each one. Not every power hour do we get through all 30 messages, but we make sure we do at least so much of each task on that power hour. Then the rest of the day, we have our notes. We know how many more we need to do of each of those tasks, and we can pick and choose throughout our day in our pockets of time. Okay, I only got 18 messages out on number 4, task number 4. I still got 12 more to do. I've got a little break right now. I'm going to do it right now. So you can finish it throughout the day, but you have to hold yourself to it. And we've been doing that since the end of August, September. And we all, every single one of us on here will tell you that we have seen results just from our algorithm. We've seen results with the connections with people on our Facebook. Like our messaging is not spammy. We tried to keep it as non-spammy as possible. and get more relatable with people. We're adding to our network. It's growing. And then, and Janie's a testimony of this, because the first 2 months of it, she's like, she did everything. She's so organized. She even created this planner that we designed specifically for this business, and this power hour guide, and like our bonuses, our trackers, everything is in this planner, and we all got it, and we all worked through it. And it's like, and Aaron, you can share that link too if anybody wants it, but it just helped me keep it all in one place, because I'm not an organized person. But Janie, 2 months into doing this, she wasn't enrolling. And but she still did all the stuff. I'm like, man, she's like gold mine. She's a mom of two. She's young. She's a nurse. She's got the friends. She's got a good looking husband. Everything that's going to attract people to her page. Why isn't she enrolling? Well, she wasn't doing this stuff consistently. When she started doing it consistently, now she's popping out orders and DT. And Melanie has always been consistent with a top enroller, but hers would go up and down. And since she started doing this consistently, hers have changed consistently. So she shared the power hour board. You can look at it. And we do ours at noon now, every day, Monday through Friday. And if you can't get on Aaron's or mine or anybody else's, we designed it so you can just open that power hour board and work it yourself. Work a task, maybe an hour later, do the other task. You don't have to sit down there and do it for a full hour. But I'm telling you, it is a game changer. And the one part that you've got to focus on is that inbox cleanup. That is gold. That literally is gold. I'm like, I wish I'd been doing this, because I have found so much. And in each task, I put instructions of what you're to do in each task. So it's self-explanatory. And then every message that you could possibly think of or need for that task is in that folder. So it's all quick and easy. But the inbox cleanup is gold, because we found that when we go back through our messages, what time is it? 9:14. When we go back through our messages, like whatever we did today is what we're going to be going back through tomorrow for when we hit inbox cleanup. So we scroll back down to, what is today? Tuesday. We'll scroll back down to Monday in our messenger. And if it doesn't take you but a second to scroll to that, you're not talking to enough people. And that's where we were when we first started this. We're like, ooh, we're not talking to enough people. It didn't take me but a minute. Now it takes me a couple of days to go through a day. If I don't sit and do it, all day long. But when you go back through it, if you look in that inbox cleanup folder, there is a message. So no matter what you talked to them about the day before, maybe you sent them a birthday message. Well, we have a message in the inbox cleanup for a message for you to send them the next day when you doing the inbox cleanup, saying, hey, I hope you had a great birthday. Hope you're having a great week. Hey, I don't know if you've seen, but we're doing this giveaway. Well, no biggie, I just hated not to ask. Every time I get haps from that. It's a no fail. I get haps from that, just that birthday message the next day, because we do birthdays every day. There's messages in there. If they say no on ordering or something like that, there's a message in there asking to nonchalantly have. We are getting more responses back. If they say no to, or they left you on red, there's a message. Don't be afraid to send it. Hey, did you get my message yesterday? Or there's one, hey, no problem. Thank you for responding. I mean, just go look through them and use them, and then add in whatever is working for you. I'm not saying, go away from what's working for you, but incorporate it in for sure. Erin, did you have any questions? I can go on and on and on this.
No, I was glad that you kept talking, because I had like a screaming child at the thing. So that's why I was just nodding my head for a minute, because I couldn't hear anything. And luckily we figured it out with the links. But I think for me, it's just in the like busy season of life. And sometimes when you've been in so long, you're like doing all the things, but then just to have it laid out. And, I got home from volunteering at the kids' school, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do her power. I'm going to sit here, and knocked out quite a bit. Like, I mean, I normally go through like my messenger chat and stuff, but just to be really, intentional, like you said, sending certain messages or doing different things and reigniting some of those conversations. that's even stuff that like now, because I'm gonna be going back further and further just to kind of clean up some of that stuff. But
Yeah.
there's probably tons of people that I've lost in the mix, right? And so that was just like a good reminder that you could just send out little things, things of that nature. And I think, the big thing for this is, just the simplicity. It doesn't have to be chaotic and crazy. It can just be certain things that you can weave inner parts of your day. And if you're like, hey, I can get 1, 2, and 3 done, but I have to do, a little bit later on, or pick and choose different tasks. Like I always say, do like your most creative mind activities. Like when you're gonna be more effective, do those types of things. But if it's just like the commenting and interacting and then going and adding from that, if you need to do that before bed, do that. Like, that doesn't take a lot of thought process to it. So yeah, I mean, I just love the simplicity of it and just having that. So
Well,
anything else that you want to share, that's totally fine.
it, here's the other thing about that inbox cleanup is, like you are having conversation, like a lot of times I'm like, man, I spent all day on my phone. I didn't get an order. I felt like I didn't get anywhere. I've been interacting, I've been posting, I've been doing all the things. I would beat myself up. But when you sit down and do that inbox cleanup and you start, so in our planner every day, like this was yesterday, I didn't even get to finish it. um, those are people that I had talked to, that I could write down PLC or PDT, out of all the, and I'm like, man, I did have a lot of PLCs in there. Here I did have a lot of good conversations. You're archiving the ones like where Janie messaged me yesterday. I'm archiving that and getting it out of my way. And if I'm not sending them a inbox cleanup message to them, then it's obviously a message I need to archive because I have nothing else to say. Um, on our birthdays, we've noticed that when you respond back, like when you're sending out your happy birthday messages, when you respond back, like a lot of them will come back and say, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Um, Make sure you respond back with not just, hey, you're welcome. Say, oh, that's really cool. That's awesome. And then they'll come back and they'll probably say something else. And you want to be the last person to have that convo to end it. That has boosted, like, Melanie will tell you this. She's like, those people that I wish happy birthday and I'm going back and forth with, now they're commenting on my post. They're starting to see it. It like will wake it up and wake your algorithm up. So I have non-negotiables on here. Like today is a prime example. I had to get up, run 2 cats to the vet. I've got 20 cows out here to feed, 2 babies pinned up, chickens, freaking dog, and a million cats in here to feed. And I had to get to the vet by 8 o'clock and then get an hour drive down to my daughter's to babysit 2 babies all day long. And I just got home right before the Zoom, threw this hat on, came in here to do this, and now I'm starting to work. So I didn't get to hit all of my power hour guide tasks today. I did my birthdays, some interacting while I drink my coffee. So I did that. I always do my self development because we do the prayers in every morning. So those are done. But my non-negotiables is like right now, what I need to really pick up on is my message 30 and my inbox cleanup are the two I'm going to absolutely 100% focus on. And reboosting my haps because last month my haps weren't doing crap. They just weren't. They weren't, guys. And it's a numbers game. Like October they were, November they weren't. This month they are. They're like blowing up. Like I wasn't even going and checking them because I'm like, nobody's commented. They never do. I ain't going. I didn't even take time to go recheck them. And then when we did our power hour thing on Monday after the weekend, I was like, shit, there was like 20 million comments on these apps. I should have been checking on Sunday and Saturday. So don't count that out. So the hat follow up is definitely something that I will do tonight. But if I get nothing else done, the inbox cleanup and message 30, the message 30 I always do before I go to bed. If I don't get to the inbox cleanup, I can still do that tomorrow. I'll try to hit as much as I can. But like I'm going to go crawl in bed and listen to the next Zoom and be doing my message 30 while I'm listening to it. And then I won't respond to people usually after 10 o'clock because I don't want to really host a posting after 10. I'm going to let I wake up in the next morning and I've got an inbox full of people saying, yeah, I'll host a post. Great. Okay, I'm awake now. I can absolutely, let's run this. So do your message 30s before you go to bed if you have to. That's like my favorite time to do it. When you're watching Yellowstone, do them. When my husband's home, he's gone all week. When he's home, we're watching TV. He knows I'm on that phone, I'm working. Um, but I'm going to watch movies with him too, So you've got to take the excuses off the table. What changed for me in December was that extra $100 on that 150. I mean, what, $100, extra $100 is what kicked me in the drive? Seriously? Um, that's crazy. But it did. I was like, we're going after this 250 times it by 30. How much could you make? Times it by 30 if you set your goal that high. So don't go into the day thinking I'd like to get 4 customers in a DT. Go into it saying I am going to get 4 customers and a distributor today if it's the last thing I do. And then at the end of the day, had I not gotten that 4th one tonight, I wouldn't have beat myself up because I knew I did everything that I could do today. I did everything I possibly could do. And I'm going to get up tomorrow and I'm going to do it. I'm going to just do it again. You got to take the excuses off the table. And the other thing is find your schedule. So many people say that they don't have time to do this business. And I call bullshit. Nobody's got time. You're not going to have time I didn't have time to work a nursing job either, but I had to. You find time. If you have time to go to the bathroom and pee, you have time to post or message 2 people or interact or inbox clean up two messages. You've got time. You're just not making time for what's important. Well, this month it's important. Christmas is coming and I've spent way more and I don't want to tell my husband that I spent way more. So I have to make these goals. Like I got to make up this money I've spent before he sees the checking account. That will drive you. So get up and start doing that and find your pockets and your time. Just find it. They are there. And if you think they're not, message me or Aaron, and I want you to literally keep track of what you did all day from the time you got up to the time you went to bed. And I guarantee you, I'll find some holes in there that you got time to work this business. Don't give up. Quit looking left and right. Quit looking at people coming and going. Quit looking at the nose. Stop it. Stop it. Put the blinders on. It don't matter what they do. They're not writing my check. They're not having to answer to my husband. I am. So I don't care what anybody else does. But anybody that does want to do this and run, let's do it and just go because it can be done. It can be done. Erin's been in this business for a long time. She ain't here because she's got nothing better to do. She's here because it works. And it's a good company. So that's really all I got to say.
Tracey, the last thing I want you to end with is just, if you don't mind, because I know that some people hopped on a little bit late, is just sharing some of your enrollments of what you've seen. Now, obviously, you've been doing the work behind the scenes for like months and months, but you've personally set goals like the last 2 days and said, hey, I want to sign 4 customers and a DT. And so if you can just talk a little bit about those, like these initial enrollments that you're seeing because of what you've been doing. And then, obviously we'll hop off because that other Zoom starts in just a few minutes.
Yeah, these enrollments, like Saturday and Sunday, I kind of laid back a little bit because I do have 2 other businesses that I run. And I kind of worked on those and did this business on the side. And I got those host to post up. And then Monday, when we got on our power hour, I'm like, I'm going to set this goal. We all set it on the Zoom on our power hour. We're like, we're going to do this. It's a diamond month. We're doing it. We're just going for everything. And so we set that goal. And honestly, seriously, I honestly had doubt in the back of my mind. And it didn't go that great at first. And then next thing I know, people were messaging me later in the afternoon, and these ones were mainly from host to post. And the other ones that came today were from customers because of customer retention. I've really been adamant with our planner. We like have a set day that we check in with our customers, which I didn't used to do all the time. Now that I'm checking in with them and staying in it, they're happy and they're referring their friends over to me. Like they're referring their friends over to me. The other thing I did is I changed my app up and I got this. Let me share this real quick. We got 4 minutes. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I'm getting sick, but no, I'm not getting sick. I'm healthy. I'm not going to be sick tomorrow. I caught this. A friend of mine shared a hat, and it wasn't for a girl with our company, and so it was different. And I was like, oh, I kind of like that. I don't like she shared it for some other company, but she's hat for me too. but I'm like, man, I really liked how she worded that. And this is what the wording was. Now let me find it. When I changed the HAP, so I don't know if this is why my HAPs are blowing up or not. So I'm going to share it here with you guys real quick. And I can actually share you the whole wording, but it says, so with my customers, the people that had joined as a customer, I have them posting, and it just sounds so legit. She said, well, after knowing my friend lost 42 pounds with these, and I have her share my results, which I never did before. It says, well, after knowing my friend lost 42 pounds with these, I guess I needed to give it a try too. Excited for this. Heck, if you could take a couple all natural supplements, drop some pounds for the new year, wouldn't you try it too? No monthly commitment to order either. Drop a comment and she'll get you info. And then on the regular HAPs, it's the same wording, except I say, well, after seeing my friend and her husband's results, and I haven't shared my husband's and my results, because his results are freaking amazing. Well, after seeing my friend and her husband's results, I have no problem sharing this for her. If you could take a couple all natural supplements, drop a few pounds by the new year, wouldn't you try it too? No crazy diet or workouts, no monthly commitment to order either. Drop a comment, she'll get you info. Something simple as that. So it's not, I've never used the gummies one. I never stick to just a gummy post or a host of posts. I leave it open to where I can offer them packs, and it can be any pack. Like I don't limit myself to just gummies or just TFX or anything like that. But when I changed that wording of that HAP, and then I had them share. So if you got your own result pictures, have them share. If you don't, what I told my team to do was to say, well, after seeing my friends' clients' results or something like that, you can and have them share another one. Or don't even have them. Like I tell them, you can post the pic with it or not. I'll drop it in the comments if you don't, no biggie. So I give them the option. But those have literally been blowing up in the past couple days. I think people got over Thanksgiving, ate too much, and now they're stressing a little bit. So what do I say when posting about a pack? Any ideas? I make up my own packs. I don't care if the company has packs or not. My favorite pack and my biggest seller is 100 BV every time. All my orders are 100 BV, 100, 100, 100. My favorite is the TFX Fat Fighters and Gummies, 100%. And I give them the option. You can get, I never say you can get one bottle for 45. I give them different pack options. The first one is you can get the TFX or the gummies 2 bottles for 78. You can get the Boost Plus system, that's 2 bottles or 1 bottle or 2 bottles in the metabolism burner for 109. And then I'll throw in like a third one or whatever, and I'll make something up and I just figure out the prices. And then my other favorite is Skinny Coffee TFX gummies. And if that's what they're interested in, then I'm offering a distributor pack. Hey, you might as well just join as a distributor if you're wanting this and make some money. And then they're like, hell yeah. So there you go. I know we're at 9:30. So
I absolutely love it. Well, thank you so much. I mean, we're wanting to make this short and sweet, and I think that that's perfect. If you guys have any extra questions, reach out to us, let us know. Some of these scripts and different things, we will definitely put those in the comments of like recordings and stuff like that. We can get that all to you guys. That way everybody can go and hop on that Zoom. But thank you, Tracey, for just sharing your heart and, what's working in different things. And like we said, if there's any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.
yeah, hop on our power hour at noon too. We're always there.
Yes. All right, y'all, go hop on that Zoom and we'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.